Ah, what every anime fan ever loves. The scream of one's favorite character as he tries to use his hatred to fuel his transformation. For some, this awakening can be a blessing, while for their opponent, only destruction awaits. And believe me, you do not want to be on the other side of this power-up. Hello and welcome back to Animeology. Today we'll be discussing some of the most badass power awakening moments in anime. Number 9. Lelouch awakens Geass. Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion. Lelouch v Britannia, the Prince of Britain, got exiled from his nation and was living under the alias Lelouch Lamperouge. His former identity declared dead when Britannia conquered Japan. In the present, Lelouch is trapped inside an anti-government truck fleeing from the Britannian military. During the pursuit, Lelouch is reunited with his Japanese friend Suzaku Kururugi, whom he witnesses being shot after refusing to comply with the orders of his superior to kill a green-haired girl coming out of the truck. Cornered by the military and about to be shot, Lelouch gets saved by the girl who gives him a power called Geass before dying. Lelouch stands up with a sense of confidence. One hand covering his eye, he removes it to reveal a change of color and the image of a flapping bird. Looking at the military personnel dead in the eyes, Lelouch commands them to kill themselves. Without even a moment of hesitation, they raise their guns to their necks and shoot, causing a bloodbath to occur. Number 8. Megumi's Rage Domain Expansion, Jujutsu Kaisen. Well, the quiet kid finally snapped. That's not good. Megumi has largely stayed quiet throughout the Jujutsu Kaisen series, facing each challenge with a calm composure, but when things turn from bad to worse with the appearance of a special grade curse, Megumi is left to face the special grade curse all alone. With Yuji and Nobara away chasing another curse, Megumi finds himself at his limit. With his 2 cursed dogs killed and himself smashed against the wall, the power difference between him and the special grade curse seems almost unmatchable. Then, finally, blood spilling down his face and a sinister smile to accompany it, Megumi takes the risk and with a menacing smile, unleashes his domain expansion, Chimera Shadow Garden. Letting out an enormous amount of energy, Megumi uses a whirlwind of kicks to distract the special cursed spirit with the Shikigami's attack from above. Wasting no further time, Megumi delivers the final blow with his cursed dog to end the cursed spirit once and for all, collecting Sukuna's finger. Number 7. Ayumi Otosaka screams, Charlotte. Charlotte is an anime filled with characters that have all kinds of badass powers, but amongst them is little Ayumi Otosaka, sister to Yu Otosaka. Not having awakened her abilities as they require the wielder to reach a certain age, but when they do finally awaken, things take a drastic turn. Cornered and weak, little Ayumi tries to hide from a jealous Nomura, who threatens to cut her open with the box cutter. Screaming at Ayumi, blaming her for taking away the one boy that she ever loved, Nomura walks menacingly slow towards Ayumi's hiding place, and having found her, makes a move to hurt her. The frightened Ayumi screams at the top of her lungs, awakening her dormant powers of collapse, which results in making the whole school building collapse along on top of her. Sadly, Ayumi doesn't survive this destruction, as she gets buried deep down within the rubble. Number 6. Asta awakens his demon form, Black Clover. In the Witch's Forest arc, the Black Bulls look for multiple ways to cure Asta's arm that has been permanently damaged by Veto. The only way to remove this hex is by the Queen of the Witches, who agrees only on the requirement that Asta and the gang help her defend the forest from invaders of the Diamond Kingdom. Taking heavy hits from Lardos, a Diamond Kingdom general possessing strength beyond even the spirits, Asta stands absolutely no chance against this ultimate enemy. And just when it seems that everything is at an end, in the nick of time, Asta taps into his demonic side, awakening his most powerful transformation yet. The devil residing in his grimoire, which had been lying dormant until now, gave him powers beyond even Lardos. Asta's appearance changes completely as he grows a horn and a single wing, giving him the ability to fly. Eyes blood red and dark patches ranging from his shoulders to his arms, Asta shows no mercy when fighting Lardos as he gives him a taste of hell itself, making it an overwhelming win for him. Number 5. Rin awakens his satanic powers. Blue Exorcist. Rin Okumura is a troubled child, always picking fights in his school as well as not being able to land a job due to hobgoblins, always coming to interfere in his everyday life. Things don't seem to be working out for Rin until he encounters a group of boys bullying little birds. Annoyed by this, Rin lands a powerful punch on the leader's face, showing him that he's not afraid of being outnumbered. The leader turns around and out of nowhere transforms into a demon with long nails and horns. Grabbing a nearby hot iron rod to burn Rin's face, the demon laughs his head off, telling him that an eye for an eye is what he desires. Scared for his life, Rin screams at the top of his lungs, trying to get away. Just as the demon is about to make contact, an enormous blue flame engulfs the premises, scaring everyone off but the demon, who introduces himself as Esteroth, revealing to Rin that he is the son of Satan himself. Heh, seems legit. Number 4. Lucy kills her bullies. Elfin Lead. Bullies really are the worst. They mock you, beat you up, some even take things a little too far, like killing your dog. Lucy's awakening doesn't just give her ultimate powers, but rather her outlook on life does a complete 180 after the heart-wrenching scene in which her bullies massacre her precious little puppy. Lucy is minding her own business like always when her bullies enter the room, calling her a freak. And to make matters worse, they drag in her puppy whom she loves with all of her heart, restraining her from saving the puppy. They kick it against the wall, causing severe injuries. And as their humanity dissipates, they pick up a flower vase and with a satanic smile, beat it up against the dog until it stops moving. Lucy's eyes filled with hurt and anger as she sees the blood of her beloved dog spreading from underneath the table, causing her to scream with all the anger she can muster, awakening the Vector arms that were once dormant and invisible. With their blood splattered all over the walls, tables destroyed, windows broken, Lucy has massacred everyone in that classroom. Number 3. Mob goes full throttle. Mob Psycho 100. Mob Kageyama's abilities are specifically designed to be unleashed when he reaches his personal limit for trauma and frustration. One of the reasons why the show is called Mob Psycho 100, when his mental capabilities reach 100, he taps into his full potential, leaving him with unimaginable strength that even he doesn't have control of. Now, there are multiple incidents where Mob completely cracks and reaches 100%, but then again, first impression is always the last impression. As he's being choked by Teru, one of the popular students of his school who wants to see how strong Mob is, lives to regret his brute decision to mess around with Mob. Eyes glowing and engulfed in an aura of rage, Mob let his 100% psychic powers take complete control of him as he hurls a blast of energy at Teru, stripping him naked. But Mob doesn't stop there, as he tosses Teru sky high, along with the whole school that is turned to rubble at this point. Teru now realizes he is no match for Mob, pathetically apologizes and promises to never use his powers against anyone. Damn right you won't. Number 2. Yato shows a glimpse of his past self. Noragami. Usually referred to as the God of Calamity, Yato brought fear into the hearts of his enemies. Keeping his past behind him, Yato now works hard to create a new name for himself, a more positive name, until he gets a surprise visitor from his dark past. Rabo destroys the jewel containing Hiyori's memories, causing her to fall unconscious. At this, Yato lets out a rage that delights Rabo, who wishes Yato to become a powerful, depraved God of Calamity that he was in his past. With a cold and passive tone, Yato calls upon Seki, turning his face to reveal the bloodlust eyes. Then, in a mere moment, before Rabo can realize what's happening, Yato slashes his chest with his sword and delivers to him a powerful kick that sends Rabo flying into a wall. Unrecognizable and completely devoid of emotions, Yato counters each and every attack from Rabo before slashing his shoulder with Seki. Delighted over finally bringing back the God of Calamity, Rabo absorbs and merges with the Storm Phantom to come close to Yato's powers. With Hiyori's life in danger, Yato places his trust in Seki before delivering a blow with his sword that pierces Rabo's eyes. Yato ends the battle by killing Rabo, granting his wish to be killed by the hands of his long-term partner. Number 1. Gon freaks his revenge for Kite, Hunter x Hunter. Why do all the traumatic events happen to young children? After finding out that Kite's soul is no longer in his body because of the doings of Neferpito, Gon goes through a transformation that makes him the strongest being for a while. As Neferpito makes him realize Kite's death, Gon finds it difficult to process this. The man he looked up to and could have helped him find his father is no more. Gon's senses turn numb as tears cascade down his cheeks, continuously blaming himself for the death of Kite. But then, his subconscious takes control over his mind, and all that blame for himself suddenly reverts directly to Neferpito, who stood right in front of him. A dark blanket of anger, hatred, and wrath slowly folds itself around Gon's body. Eyes blank, devoid of all emotions, young Gon transforms into an adult form that not only makes him appear massive and muscular, but also provides him access to all the nin he could possibly have, ultimately leading him to kill Neferpito.